All right, y'all. We in the building. Roll the intro.
Another one. It's another one. And another one.
What's poppin', y'all? We're back with another video. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Somewhere down there, click that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. Stop what you're doing right now. I'm giving you a little second and like the video and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss the next time I drop another video. All right, y'all. So this is gonna be a condensed one. We got a lot of things to go over. I hope y'all had a good day. I don't know. I feel like my energy today is really high. Like I'm having really, I don't know. And my energy is always high. You know what I mean? But I'm in good spirits today, and nothing in particular happened. Y'all see I don't have on a black shirt. Y'all know I'm normally in the black, but you know, I'm feeling godly. So, you know, white tee it is. But no, I literally just had this shirt on, and I noticed like, hey, I always wear a black shirt. And I got a white one on today. But y'all, let's get into it. Y'all, I'm not gonna keep y'all long, but then again, you just never know with me, child. You just never know. Let me go to this screen. Let me see what we gonna cover first, cause we got a lot to get through today, y'all. Okay, yes. So let's start here. This is a good start for it. So the City Girls from the 305, Ghetto Booty, Pretty Face, Thick Thighs, period. Y'all remember that song? I remember when the City Girls first hit the scene, y'all. It was just something so fresh and just something so raw about them. I love the City Girls. I love that they were, and it wasn't even like, they had some good songs and everything when they first came out. But I think it was more so just their energy. It was raw. It was ratchet. It was ghetto. It was just, you know. So Carisha was in an interview with Complex, and she kind of spoke on the City Girls and, you know, I guess how they split and what decision they came to about splitting and stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and pull that up, and then we'll discuss, and I'll let you guys know what I think. All right, here we go.
I think when the City Girls album just dropped and it didn't do too well, and we was just like trying to do our press run, you know, the whole rollout of the album was just so bad because we was just in two different spaces. You know, like we older now, and it was just like she was doing her own thing. She on the West Coast, I'm in Miami, I'm doing my own thing, and I felt like naturally when she doing her own thing, it just worked for her. And when I'm doing my own thing, it worked for me. But when we get together as a group, it just wasn't connecting. Like it just wasn't working no more. So I think we both was at a point where we was just like, we probably should just do our own shit.
Right.
But that was the point for me. I think when the...
All right, y'all. So yes, I agree. I think you was definitely able to tell that they just were not in sync. Y'all remember when they were doing like interviews and stuff together? They just didn't seem in sync to me. And I do, the thing about the City Girls, I feel like they could have gotten in sync with one another. I just feel like when you got people, or you know, you just outgrow each other. You know, as women, I feel like we got introduced to the City Girls what, like 7 years ago or something like that, maybe 6-7 years ago. And I think that, you know, as you grow, I feel like they're growing as women, they're growing as, you know, adults. Carisha had a baby, you know, so she's growing as a mother. JT wants to, you know, do her own thing and get her career off the ground. Carisha she had really became at one point like a little mini mogul. Like Carisha did. She did become a mini mogul. She was on her way to really like becoming like a full-fledged mogul. She had her Carisha Please podcast. She had the Carisha Please game. Like Carisha was doing things outside of music. She was really setting herself up to really not have to rap anymore. I remember she was saying like she made $1 million off her game in like a day. And so, yeah, they were really on their way. Like, well, at least Carisha was really on her way. JT is really on her way now. And I think it's funny how, like, they both had a season. You know, everybody have a season. What's for you is for you. So what God got out there for you, it's going to come to you when it's supposed to come to you. And I feel like, you know, JT had got a lot of flack when Carisha was out there doing her thing. Everybody like, JT lazy, JT at home. She don't want to do nothing. She don't want to rap, yada, yada, yada. But now we see that JT is kind of coming into her own, and her star is rising now. And, you know, we all know what happened with Carisha, you know, with the Diddy stuff, and her star is starting to dim a little bit. So, and then y'all remember a couple months ago, they got into it on Twitter too. So, I hope at the end of the day that even though they are not you know, in a group anymore, and probably like not business partners and stuff like that. I know they still probably have some type of ties together, but I hope they can just still keep their friendship intact, because that's what they say, this industry, if you love somebody, don't tether yourself to them in the industry, because it will break up like real genuine friendships, and because you got egos and stuff like that. So I wish the City Girls nothing but the best, though. I really do. I know I'd be hard on Young Miami, and I still feel the same way I feel about that situation, but I do still wish them the best, because the City Girls were a part of our culture. The City Girls really kind of shifted the culture in a way where I feel like they made ghetto cool again in a way. Like, they made, like, period, that not knowing how to talk right and stuff like that. They really did. I will say that the City Girls definitely left their footprint on the culture. And it may not even really be for music like that. It was more so they were personalities. And they were like these dynamic personalities, these beautiful ghetto girls. And we hadn't seen that, at least for me. I feel like the last time we really had seen that was like, you know, the rappers from back in the day. Like you had your Trinas and, you know, stuff like that. So I wish them the best with whatever they decide to do next. So moving right along, y'all, we got to talk about Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan Thee Stallion, she announced that her album will be released at the end of June. So how are y'all feeling about that? How are y'all feeling? And also, y'all, feel free. I want y'all to start dropping how y'all feel about stuff in the comments as the video goes along. So you ain't got to wait to the end. You know, I always say at the end. But, you know, as it comes to you, if you're able to, just go ahead and type how you feel. And, you know, spill how you feel. But how do y'all feel about Meg's album? I'm actually excited to hear Meg's album. I think the last time we got an album from her was maybe like going on 2 years ago now. So I'm actually excited to see what Meg has to talk about, because I feel like Meg is in a different place in her career, where since the last time we've heard from her on an album, I believe her star has risen. And so, you know, I guess I'm interested to see what she has to talk about. I feel like, I hope she can tap back into, you know how they always, the old Meg, but I feel like her older work and whatever, it made you feel good. You had fun. You know, she was throwing ass and everything like that. So I hope she gets back into that bag on this new record. But I will say this too. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion does have a lot riding on this record, for the simple fact that she did have that beef with Nicki Minaj. And so if you going against the queen or whatever, I feel like you got to be able to produce. So if you trying to, you went for her and y'all kind of, got that thing going on, I guess the goal is for you got to be able to dethrone the queen in a way. Although we know like that can't happen because Nicki's a staple and everything. But I do want to see Meg, I want to see her come for that spot. And at least if you're not going to dethrone the queen, I mean, you're already right there. You kick Cardi out the way already. So I feel like she has a lot riding on this. I really do feel like she has a lot riding on this album. But you know what's so crazy, y'all? I'm not really worried about Meg in this album as far as how it's going to sound. Even if you don't like all of the music and even if some of the records don't resonate, I feel like at the end of the day, she's rapping. I've never heard a Meg song really, and even if the flow was a bore, even if I never said that's trash, or I never said, oh, she sounds a mess, because the girl can actually rap. So you know what I mean? Like I don't really have it. Like we know it's gonna be some bars in there. We know she gonna, you know what I mean? She's gonna deliver. Because she can actually rap. But I think it's just, is it gonna resonate with the people? And do people care a whole lot? You know what I mean? Outside of like female rap fans, can she get her another Savage? I don't know. Can she get her another Savage moment? Or, even another, let's say Big Old Freak, something to get the streets hot. What's her thought? Another thought? Can we get another thought? Can she produce another one of those? I don't know. But I'm excited to hear Megan's album. Now, I will say this though. So how do y'all think it's gonna do sales wise? Because I feel like that's a hot button right now too. I feel like it is a pressure on not just the female rappers, but I feel like it's a pressure on anybody in the music industry. If you are releasing any type of music, it's a pressure to sell. And your first week numbers are pretty much everything, because I feel like your first week numbers, it reflects if people care about you dropping music. We saw what happened last year with Saweetie when she dropped her EP or her mixtape or whatever, and it sold like 2,000 copies. You know what I mean? So I think that, and it took her a long time to kind of recover from that, and I'm sure that could hurt a person, because if you put a lot into a project and for it to kind of like flop and something like that, that can't be a good feeling. But you gotta just get up and you gotta, try it again. Let me actually see, y'all, what Meg, let me see, Meg the Stallion. I want to see her first week numbers on her last album. So her last album was Traumazine, right? First week sales, so we can see. So Traumazine debuted at number 4. Okay, so she was in the top 10. Number 4 with 63,000 equivalent units. So she sold 63K. She sold 63K last time. Which, honestly, I do think she should have sold more, just because she is an established act. However, I wouldn't consider that a flop for her. Just because we know Doja Cat sold, I think, 73K. Let me look, because we talked about Doja Cat sold 72,000 copies. So literally 9,000 more. I think that's like 9,000 more than Meg did. And she just released her album last year, and Megan Thee Stallion, that was her coming. Doja Cat did those kind of numbers. Her coming off of a #1 record. Remember, because Paint the Town Red was #1. And her switching up her whole aesthetic and everything, cussing her fans out too and stuff. And she only pulled in 72,000. She is an accomplished rapper too. She has Grammys. She got the #1 records and everything too. So, I don't know. I feel like, 63 for me, with Meg doing the 63, I wouldn't consider that a flop. But should she had done more? Absolutely. You the most Grammy award winning, girl. You got #1 records too. I don't know, y'all. I feel like I do think that it is a pressure, though, for her to sell. Because, again, look who you went up against. You went up against Nicki. And not saying that, Nicki is even her competition in a way. But it's like, obviously, y'all, and let me just clarify this. Not saying like she's supposed to come knock Nicki out the spot or whatever. But, obviously, y'all know it all boils down to the numbers. So, if I'm talking about my op, I want to make sure I'm doing better than my op regardless. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm into it with you and we both musicians or whatever, yeah, I want to sell more than you. Because I want it to be known that, like, yeah, I am, like, I'm that person. Like, I'm him. Like, you're beneath me. If you my op, that's how I'm thinking or whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying? So, what y'all think Meg gonna sell? Drop it in the comments right now. Do y'all think that she's gonna go, do y'all think Meg could pull in 100K her first week? Now, I think that Meg, I have something in my lip, y'all, sorry. I think that Meg could pull 100K the first week. And the reason why I say this is because she's coming off of Hiss, which I feel like Hiss was a good record. And also Hiss, although it didn't stay on the charts long, it debuted at #1. We talked about that, when we know why. And then I feel like if Hiss went gold, then that would help toward her album sales in a way. So that would kind of give her a push. And then she's released Boa, although we know that's not doing really good right now, whatever. I do think that, some of those sales will count toward her album, so it'll maybe help push her album. Versus when she put out Traumazine, I don't think she really had anything that we were really like, talking about for real as far as like music goes. She didn't have any really like hot records. So let me know, what do y'all think Meg is gonna sell? And don't be biased in the comments. Y'all, we gotta be fair. You gotta be fair. I do want to know. I am excited to hear what she has to say though on her album, and I want to know what she's gonna sell. I want to see her first week numbers, because she on this tour right now. And I kind of want to see, like, okay, you bigging your chest out. You got your chest You know what I mean? She's doing it. We got Cardi B who hasn't even went on the tour yet. And she having to put out an album. Here go Meg putting out her. Meg has put out, this would probably be like her third or fourth album, and we only got one from Cardi B. So I'm always going to give Meg her flowers for that she's not scared. And she on her tour right now too. You know what I mean? She's not scared to put out music. She's just not. And, you know, I say go for it. And I hope her album, I hope she gets the success that she deserves. I'll say that. I hope she gets what she deserves. And I don't know what she deserves, but I do think that she should be pulling in at least 100K in album sales for how long she's been in the game. 100K at minimum. Especially if your last project did 63, and the idea is for you to keep growing as an artist. You're going to keep elevating. And like I said, I believe that the Megan Thee Stallion star has risen. But again, y'all know a lot of that be smoke and mirrors or whatever, because things can appear a certain way online. And then when it's time for people to actually care about your music and actually go out there and buy your music, and for them to actually care about you dropping music, you know, it could go either way. So I guess we'll see. We'll have to see what happens with the hot girl, y'all. Oh, speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, really quickly, Megan Thee Stallion is going to be featured on Lotto. Lotto and Megan Thee Stallion will be teaming up for Lotto's remix of Sunday Service. Now, I'm so confused. Lotto, I feel like with this record, Sunday Service, was it a bad record? No. It wasn't a bad record, but was it a great record? No. You know what I mean? It was missing something. I feel like, Lotto, you're trying to make fetch happen with this record. I'm just being honest. I feel like if you were going to have Megan Thee Stallion, you know, Megan Thee Stallion is a big artist. And Lotto, if you were going to get a feature from her, why wouldn't y'all do another record and shoot a video and really make it a moment? I don't know. I feel like, you know, it just really wasn't. I feel like you're trying to make fetch happen. Now, Megan Thee Stallion brought Lotto out on her show, at her Atlanta show. I believe it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. And they played, I guess, her verse and everything on there too. And I guess we just got to see. We just have to see. I didn't really hear the verse really well, so I don't even want to hear it. I just rather listen to it on Friday when it comes out. But it drops this Friday. So let me show y'all Lotto. Oh yeah, and also, so this is Lotto right here. She said, I guess I'm going to give y'all Sunday Service Remix Friday. And she put me and Meg and It's Somebody Else. Who y'all think on the record? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say, I don't know y'all, but I want to say Cardi B. I don't know. But y'all see she said me, Megan, who let me pull me back up. I want to go out on a limb and say Cardi B. I don't know why I want to say Cardi B. I just want to go out on a limb and say Cardi B. I'm trying to see who else would be on the record. Maybe it would be someone who is another female rapper. So maybe it's Flo Milli. Or maybe it's, I'm trying to think, what other girls is out right now for real, like, that'll really wake that up. Because I don't feel like Meg is going to do, also too, y'all, the reason why I say she's trying to make fetch happen with this record is because the record, I think it charted for like a week or so. You know what I mean? Maybe 2 weeks. 3 at the max. But it's not even on the charts right now. So I'm sure that she's hoping that this remix is going to put this back on the charts. But Lotto, I think you should have just let Sunday Service be what it was. If you were going to do a remix to Sunday Service, we were supposed to have had it already. When was Sunday Service released? Hold on. Because, girl, if you're doing Sunday Service Lotto release, I think she released this record in February, y'all. Y'all, she released this record in February. Now, girl. Now, if we ain't talking about this record, and here's March, April, May, 4 months later, here you come on here trying to release Lotto. It's different if the record was still doing good, like Flo Milli's Never Gonna Lose Me. It was steady on the chart, so even if the record had came out 4 or 5 months ago, it was still on the chart, so it's good to go ahead and put a remix on it so it can go higher, but we're not really checking for a lot of. So I think you just, girl, I would have saved my Meg feature, and we would have did another song, and I would have got her ass to shoot a video to it. to really make it a look and really have it be something to talk about. But this isn't gonna, you know. And then the fact that, you know, Meg is on tour too. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But it looks, Megan Thee Stallion is producing content though. So far this year for Megan Thee Stallion, we got the Hiss record, we got the Wannabe, we got Boa, and now we got this. And now we got this. We got the her on the Sunday service. So we 6 months into the year, and Megan Thee Stallion has put out 4 records. So she's working. She's working. I'll give her that. And Lotto, yeah, I hope it does well. I can't wait to hear it. I want to see what it's giving, because I want to see, was it worth you really doing a remix for, or could you just moved on? So, yeah, y'all, moving right along. Let me take Lotto down. Y'all, oh my God. So we got to talk about this story, y'all, because when I tell you I gagged, y'all hear my chair? My chair sound like, y'all know how they be fucking? They be like, you know, the squeak of the bed. Y'all hear that? My chair be squeaking. I need a new chair. Somebody get me a new chair. If you love me, get me a new chair. I want one of them gaming chairs. Like, I want a red and black one. Something real nice and sexy where, you know, you see the head. I need to get me a gaming chair. So if you want to get me a chair, let me know. But, y'all, so back to what I was saying. This last story, y'all, it made me gag. I was like, oh, wow. Now, y'all, we got to talk about Kanye. We have to talk about Kanye. Let me get this pulled up, because, child, when I tell you I gagged about this, okay, here it is. So, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to read all this out loud, because I do not want them to flag this video, because y'all know I don't be cussing like that no more. Okay, y'all. So, let me get it pulled up. So, it says, yikes. The headline reads, yikes. Kanye West sued for sexual harassment by his ex-assistant. Says he M-word during their phone calls and was obsessed with the bleep size of her boyfriend's whatever. So, I'll go ahead and read it. It says, Lauren says she was already an OnlyFans model, which so she was already doing y'all know what point. So, she was already an OnlyFans model when Ye met her while putting together a fashion line in July 2021. He hired her shortly after. She even worked on a few songs from the Donda album. Oh, wow, okay. A year later, she said Kanye spoke to her about wanting to be godlike, asking her to get rid of her OnlyFans and offering her $1 million a year in exchange. Lauren agreed. Well, things took a strange turn afterwards. Ye allegedly begins to send her vile text messages such as, and I have to bleep out some of these words. See, my problem is I be wanting to bleep, but then after I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been while I'm in them. Then I want her to cheat on me. He would apparently go on to describe his sexual fantasies with vulgar language. Then he goes on to say, and this is them quoting Kanye, so I'm guessing this girl must have some type of text messages and stuff from him. Is my bleep racist? If y'all can see that, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the thing you use. Is my bleep racist? It is. The F word racist of mine. I'm going to beat this bleep racist bleep for being bleep racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black asses and beat the bleep out of my racist bleep, beating the bleep out of his black bleep. Okay, y'all. See, I hope they don't flag my video. I try my best to not read it. So I'll go on to read the rest of it. She even says that Ye would beat his meat during during phone calls and asked her to guess what he was doing. Beyond that, she alleges that he was also obsessed with the D size of her boyfriend. So this whole time she had a boyfriend, and allegedly this was what Kanye was doing. There's multiple texts, including alleged videos of Ye having with a model. After the harassment, he promoted Lauren to chief of staff and gave her a $4 million salary. October 2022, she got the boot and was offered a $3 million severance, which he never fulfilled. She's hitting him for wrongful termination, sexual harassment, breach of contract, and hostile work environment. Kanye, you was really over there carrying like that with that girl. Now, I don't think it's no secret that Kanye is a freak. I mean, I feel like that is if you watched Kanye's documentary and you really kind of like if you've been around and you really paid attention to Kanye even talked about him on one time having a addiction or whatever and stuff like that. So I believe this. I mean, I'm honestly not even gonna. And they said that she has messages and stuff to prove it. I feel like if you are making accusations like this and you're quoting what he said, then you have these messages to back this up. So I thought this was wild. This kind of gagged me. Even though I believe it, it kind of gagged me because I'm like, oh yeah, you was really up there carrying like this. You know, like you can't. And then you got the girl working for you too. This is a mess. That is a mess. So I know this sounds like this. So, and she's not asking for. I mean, well, I was going to say she's not asking for a whole lot. I mean, I think she's asking for the $4 million that he promised her. But my thing is, you was about to pay OnlyFans model Kanye $4 million a year, and girl, and my thing with her too. I feel like, girl, you didn't know this probably what he wanted. So he finna pull a OnlyFans model out the trenches and pay them $4 million a year and give them the chief of staff. And he promoted you after this. And so here's the thing though. With cases like this, they only have an issue after, or sometimes it's only an issue after you don't get the money. So, you know, she was looking for that $4 million a year, you know, because y'all see what I read. It says that he promoted her after sending her some of them text messages. And she didn't have an issue with that, but it wasn't until she was let go where she's like, run me my coin. He was doing this. And which I get it. I really do get it, honestly, because, yeah, you was being foul with me and I'm going to let it slide. Come on now, y'all. Can we talk? Can we be for real? You would let Kanye send you messages like that for $4 million a year, too. And then you turned around and got a promotion. Absolutely. Kanye can send me whatever he wanted to send me as long as he had that money. As long as he got that check for me, I ain't got no issue with Kanye. So, yeah, y'all. I'll keep y'all updated on that. I just thought that was bizarre. I was not expecting that to be on the docket for today. But moving right along, I'm going to get y'all up out of here. Last thing, y'all. Last thing. So, have anybody... Okay, y'all. So, y'all know Sexy Red album came out. Wait, and let's see where it... let's see what it sold. I feel like it's been out long enough for us to see what it sold, right? I'm interested to see because, y'all, we did not talk about it here. And the reason we didn't talk about it here is because I started listening to Sexy Red's album. Or her mixtape. I'm sorry, her mixtape. Let's see. I can't even find a new album. Rest of a new album. And which debut. Let me see. Okay, so it debuted. Okay, y'all, I must have missed it. So it debuted at number 16 on the charts. So, oh, she pulled in 28K, I think. Yeah. 28K her first week. So, I mean, that's not bad for Sexy Red. I mean, actually it is, but I mean, you know, I didn't want to talk about Sexy Red's album when I first heard it, y'all, because I listened to it, or at least I was trying to listen to it. I could not get through it, y'all. It was a very hard listen. And I love Sexy Red, but I think it might grow on me, though. She may put the videos out, Sexy Red. But, y'all, look at her. She been doing this new little dance or whatever. I know y'all been seeing it. She is such, Sexy Red is such a key. I can't get on here and really, I can't do Sexy Red in because, I guess I probably did expect her to do more in sales, but I don't know. I feel kind of bad talking about Sexy Red. I'm not gonna lie. Like, have y'all ever, like, I feel because she don't bother nobody or whatever, and she's just herself. She's in a lane of her own or whatever. So it's kind of like, I feel like if I'm saying anything like too harsh about her, I'm kind of like bothering her. And I actually really, really, really like Sexy Red. This is her little dance or whatever. And this song, now that she put the dance with it, is actually growing on me. or whatever. But y'all know she had the Get It Sexy, loved Get It Sexy and everything. So Sexy Red really hasn't missed when it comes to her songs at all, honestly, y'all. And so I just wasn't really feeling the album like that. But I'm not going to lie. I didn't get through it because I was like, oh, this is a hard listen. But I'm going to go back and listen to it again because I got to be fair. And then I'll let y'all know what I think. And I'm going to sit with it for a couple days before I tell y'all what I think. And then I'll do a video on that. But yeah, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. I told y'all, well, I guess I said I was going to get y'all out of here early. I spent 30 minutes, but that's pretty early, I guess, you know. But let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know what you think about the City Girls breaking up. So basically, they're done. That's what it sounds like. I want to know what y'all think about the City Girls breaking up. I want to know what y'all think about Meg's album being released at the end of June. I think it's June 28th. Are y'all here for a Meg album? What do y'all think she'll do? First week numbers? I don't know. What y'all think about Lotto trying to make this remix happen? She's trying to make Fetch happen with this Sunday Service remix. She needs to let it go. And who do you think is the third person on the remix? Who do you think it'll be? Lotto, Meg, and who else? I don't know. I got a feeling maybe Cardi B. But then again, maybe Cardi B don't want to, you know, overextend herself. So I don't know. And then y'all, what y'all think about the Kanye West thing? Y'all know Kanye West always been a little freaky deaky. I'm not shocked, but it still gagged me nonetheless. And then, if you have listened to Sexy Red's album, let me know what y'all think about Sexy Red album. I still got to go finish listening to it. But let me know what y'all think. I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Make sure you like this video. If you made it to the end, like the video. Don't do me like that. Don't do me that. Like the video and subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss the next time I drop another video. I'll catch y'all on the next one.